This communication was prepared for educational purposes only and should not be construed as investment advice. All opinions or views reflect the judgment of the authors as of the broadcast date and are subject to change without notice. Julius Wealth Advisors, LLC, is a registered investment advisor. Our disclosure brochure, available at advisorinfo.sec.gov or through contacting us, provides further detail about our business, services, and fees.
Welcome back to the Big Bo Show, presented by Julius Wealth Advisors, where we tackle the tough financial issues and help you take control of your money. I'm your host, Jason Blumstein, CEO and founder of Julius Wealth Advisors, A.K.A Big Bo, and today we're diving into a topic that affects millions of people: student debt. If you come out of school with a bill that looks more like a mortgage, you're not alone. Did you know that the average student loan debt in the U.S. can be as high as $54,708.52? But don't worry, we've got a plan to help you manage the debt and start building the future that you've been working so hard for. So sit back, relax, and welcome to episode 27 of the Big Bo Show.
Brought to you by Julius Wealth Advisors.
All right, so let's get after episode 27 of the Big Bo Show. And let's talk numbers. Did you know the average student loan debt in the U.S. is a staggering $54,708.52? That's a big chunk of change, and it can feel overwhelming. This debt often means postponing big life milestones, like buying a house, buying a car, taking a vacation, or even starting to invest and build your personal wealth. But here's the good news. With the right strategy, you can manage your student debt and still achieve the lifestyle you're aiming for. Let's break it down for you in simple 3-step plan to kickstart your journey to sustainable wealth. Step 1. Get the full picture. First things first, you need to get the full picture of your fixed debt. Sit down, write it all out, start with your student loan, then list every other fixed debt you have, like your mortgage or car loan. Be detailed. Include how much you owe, to whom, and the interest rates on each debt. Understanding the interest rate is crucial, as it affects how much you're really paying. Don't forget to check if any of the interest is tax deductible, which will give you a true after-tax interest rate. Add it all up, get a single figure. This will be your mountain to climb. But knowing is just the first step to conquering it. Step 2, we got to formulate a plan. Next up, you need to create a plan. Start listing your variable debts like your credit cards and any other mandatory monthly expense. Prioritize these again by interest rate, focused on paying off the highest interest rates first. Remember, variable debts like credit cards usually have much higher interest rates than fixed debts like mortgages or even student loans. The higher the interest rate, the quicker you should aim to pay it off. Now we got to talk about budgeting. Create a personal cash flow statement. This is all your income in one source, breaking it down into a monthly basis. Then line up all your mandatory monthly expenses like rent, utilities, insurance payments, and of course, don't forget taxes. Uncle Sam always wants to get paid. Hopefully, you'll have some income left over to start paying off your debt. Remember, tackle the highest interest rate debt first. A deeper concept to understand once you have your cash flow statement is a hurdle rate. A hurdle rate is the after-tax effective interest rate you're paying on your debt. This number is your quote-unquote hurdle. Just like running a race. When you watch the Olympics, if there's a hurdle race, if the hurdle is too high, you're going to need to remove it to get faster, to get around the track. If the hurdle is so low that you can easily leap over it, it's not going to slow you down. So, how does this relate to student loans and debt? If your interest rate is so high that you do not think you can make a return on your money greater than this rate, you should pay off that debt burden. If your interest rate is so low that you think you can easily leap over it and make a return higher, then you should pay it off when you have to and only pay off what you have to. A great example of this is your student debt. Some student debt, depending on if it's a private loan or a subsidized loan from the government, can have a materially different interest rate. Also, if you took out your loans, say 5, 10 plus years ago when interest rates were low, it will have a materially different rate than today, given where interest rates are. So, if your student loan is, say, a 3% rate, like my student loan was when I went to school, should you quickly pay this off? Well, today you can just make 5% sitting in your cash in a bank account or a money market fund. So you would make 2% more just by sitting in cash. Over 20 years, that 2% difference is $25,000 potentially more in your pocket. If your rate is, say, 10% on your student loan, do you think you can conservatively make a 10% plus return on your money? Conservatively speaking, odds are you cannot. So pay this off. If you're making 5% on cash and paying 10% interest, you are losing 5% on your money every year. This is all part of creating a plan that is right for you. It's called personal finance because it's personal. Not everyone is going to be in the same situation as you. So now let's take a quick break and come back and discuss the final, most important step in this process.
Start building wealth by choice, not chance, with Julius Wealth Advisors. At Julius Wealth Advisors, your progress and your gains are our measure of success. Experience personal attention to every detail. We create strong financial plans, use time-tested investment strategies, and offer personal coaching to navigate life's inevitable turns. At Julius Wealth Advisors, we provide clients with a concierge experience in a boutique environment. Join us and let our experts guide you on a collaborative path to financial freedom with sound money management principles. Develop your tailored wealth playbook and help secure your financial future. Start strong with Julius Wealth Advisors. Visit juliuswealthadvisors.com or call 201-408-4644. Email info@juliuswealthadvisors.com. Julius Wealth Advisors, where building wealth is by choice, not chance.
All right, welcome back. And let's get after the final, most important step in tackling your student loan debt. Get help. This is the final step. Planning and research are great, but having the right person in your corner can make all the difference. Think about it. When your toilet breaks, do you do it yourself or do you call a plumber? When you're sick, do you try to figure out what's wrong with you and go prescribe yourself your own medicine? No, you go to a doctor. Debt and wealth management are no different. When you have enough income to manage your debt and your expenses, it's time to think about building sustainable wealth. This is where a professional financial advisor comes in. Find someone you can trust someone who understands money, numbers, long-term investing, and planning. A financial advisor can help you make informed decisions and guide you through the complexities of wealth building. At Julius Wealth Advisors, we understand the changes and challenges you face. Our boutique service delivers concierge advantage with integrity, knowledge, and passion. We're committed to guiding you through the game of wealth building. When you're ready to take that step, we're just a click away at www.juliuswealthadvisors.com or call us at 201-408-4644, or you can email info@juliuswealth.com. Remember, building wealth is by choice, not chance. So that's it for today's episode of The Big Bo Show. If you're struggling with student debt, know that there's a way forward. Follow these steps. Get the full picture, formulate a plan, and get the right help. And you'll be on your way to a brighter financial future. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, or share the podcast with anyone who might benefit. Until next time, keep living a life with integrity, obtaining as much knowledge as possible, and always live a life that you're passionate about. All the best.
Thank you for tuning in to The Big Bo Show.
Let's take a little flower and turn it into a tree. 'Cause we're harnessing the power that has been passed down centuries. Life in a game, fortune and fame. You're gonna win over time, you know. It's hard to attain, but you're on your way. You're listening to The Big Bo Show. Brought to you by Julius Wealth Advisors. Let's take a little flower and turn it into a tree. 'Cause we're harnessing the power that has been passed down centuries. Life in a game, fortune and fame. You're gonna win over time, you know. It's hard to attain, but you're on your way. You're listening to The Big Bo Show. Brought to you by Julius Wealth Advisors.